So again, good morning to all. In the last video, what we have seen that we have seen how we can print number of stars like triangle. Okay, so let me run the same program in a different manner. Or we can say in a different pattern. So let's say the pattern is I have to print 4 space, then 1 star, then 2 star, then 3 stars, then 4 stars, and then 5 stars like this. The shape are slightly different from the last program. Okay, so what is the program? If you look closely, the number of stars are constant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the last program, what we have seen there, we have seen like this. So if you look closely, the number of stars are constant, but the position is different. Okay, last time there is no need to print space because it is by default visible, but this time in order to put cursor here you have to put some efforts. Why? Because we have seen that compiler print left to right, so compiler left will start from here. So if you will print star only, it will start printing star from here. But I have to instruct compiler, you don't need to print star here. First of all, you have to put 4 spaces. Okay, so in this program, what we have seen that if I will make a triangle like this, so let me give some time to build a grid as we have built in a last program. So before executing the program, we have to prepare this grid. Let me write the values 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, then 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, and so on. So give me some time. I am not going to write this every time, but I am writing this last time. Okay. Yeah. So what is the meaning of this one is, the meaning of this one is I have 25 places, 3, 5 cross 5, and among 25 there are some places I have to print star, and there are some places I have to print space. It means if I will draw a line like this, so in this area what you have to print, you have to print star. Can you check this one? In this area you have to print star, and in the remaining area you have to print space. Okay, so how we can do that, let me explain to you. So in this row, that is row and that is column, if you look closely, the value of I is vary from 1 to 5 and value of j will vary to 1 to 5, but there are some spaces, sorry, there are some blocks we have to print something space like this. There are the blocks, and there are some blocks we have to print star. Okay, so we have to build the logic where we have to put some space and where we have to put some star. So let me start the program. So I will start with the void main, and I will write int I comma j, and I will apply the for loop I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5, and I plus plus. This loop will indicate there will be 5 rows. Rows number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, row number 5. Okay. And let me apply the loop for j equals to 1, j less than equals 5, j plus plus. It says that in every line I have to print 5 times. So I will print 5 times. So among 5 times, how many times I have to print space? Right, and how many times I have to print star. So So I have to build a logic that will decide how many times you have to print space and how many times you have to print star. So let me draw a table. In row number 1, there are 4 spaces and 1 star. That is space, that is star. So in row number 1, I have 4 space, 1 star. So 4 plus 1 equals to 5. So it will go till 1 to 5. Okay. In row number 2, I have 3 space and 2 stars. In row number 3, I have 2 space, 3 stars. Row number 4, I have 1 space, 4 stars. And in row number 5, I have 0 space and 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what we have seen that as number of rows are increasing, number of stars are decreasing. Are you following this one? As number of rows are increasing, number of stars are decreasing. So what we can do, if I will take constant C and I will minus I. So what is the quantity? C minus I. So what is the meaning of this one is, the meaning of this one is, if C is a constant, if I will and perform minus operation, so what will happen? The moment value of I will be increased, the total quantity will be decreased. Are you following this one? If I will write C minus I, where C is a constant, if value of I will be increased, so C minus I will decrease. Are you following this one? So what is the meaning of this one is, if I will put a concept like this, what is going to happen? It will complete my task, because top to bottom, what is going to happen? The value of I will be increased. So we have seen that I required 4 spaces. The value of I is 1. So if I will write 5 minus I. So what is the value of I? The value of I is 1 at the very initial, in row number 1. Value of I is 1. So it becomes 5 minus 1. It means 4. So it will give me 4 space. Okay. In row number 2, the value of I becomes 2. So it will give me 5 minus 2. It means 3 space. The next one, value of I becomes 3. It means 5 minus 3. It means it will give me 2 space. Like this. So among 5 times, 5 minus I times required space, and remaining time I required star. Are you following this one? 5 minus I times I required space, and remaining time I required star. Are you following this one? So let me apply the logic here. If value of j should be less than equal to 5 minus I required space. So let me print f space. In the else part, what I can write? I can write star. And when the inner loop, where is the inner loop? This one. When the inner loop will be over, I require to move the cursor in the next line. So what can I do? I can put /n. So let me again explain the concept. The value of I is 1, the value of j is 1. So let me write here, the value of I is 1 and the value of j is 1. And it will vary from 1 to 5. Okay, it will vary from 1 to 5. There is no I, so that is constant 1 to 5. So every time I will enter in an inner loop, the value of j will vary from 1 to 5. 1 to 5. And what is the condition? So value of I is 1 and value of j will vary to 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you following this one? So first of all, calculate 5 minus I. So in row number 1, 5 minus I becomes 4. Are you following this one? 5 minus I becomes 4. It means for value of j equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. The condition becomes true. Are you following this one? Please pay attention. The value of I is 1. It will take some time. Don't worry. The value of I is 1. So that is 1. So this loop will vary from 1 to 5. It means value of j will vary from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in what cases I will enter inside the if condition. Are you following this one? So I have to solve this statement. So what is 5 minus I? The value of I is 1 right now. So it becomes 5 minus 1. It means 4. It means value of j will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I will enter in a if part, and for 5 I will enter in a else part. So what will happen? I will get space 4 times. So first time, second time, third time, fourth time. So I will get space 4 times, and fifth time I will get a star because I will enter in a else part. Next time what will happen? The value of I becomes 2, and because I have written /n, so compiler cursor will move to the next line. Okay, the value of I becomes 2. Again, value of j will vary from 1 to 5. It will vary from 1 to 5. But please calculate the statement 5 minus I. What is the meaning of 5 minus I? The value of I is 2. It means it becomes 3. So, if JE value is 1 or 2 or 3, it will go in a if part because 1 less than 3 condition true, 2 less than 3 condition true, 3 less than 3 condition true. 4, it means value of j will vary from 1 to 5 every time, but the moment value of j will be 1 or 2 or 3, I will go in a if part, or for value 4 or 5, I will go in else part. It means I will get 3 space and 2 stars. So 1 space, 2 space, 3 space and 1 and 2 stars. Okay. Then value of j becomes 3 and value of I becomes 3 and value of j will vary from 1 to 5 again. Okay. So it will vary from 1 to 5 only. So what we have done, please save the statements. 5 minus 3, it becomes 2. It means for value 1 or 2, it will give me 2 space and 3 stars. So 2 space and 3 stars. Okay. So in this manner, what we have seen that, in order to reach here, I have to put some space. So how many space we have required? How many stars we have required? First of all, we have to calculate this. Then we have to put a if condition that will decide either star will be printed or space will be printed. Okay. So you have to stop here and please like execute the program and then move to the next program. Okay, so I am going to move to the next program, but I will advise you to stop here and try to like apply the logic in a different manner. Okay, so let me move to the next program. The next program is so first of all make a grid. So how many rows we have? I have 5 rows. Let me start. Void main in I comma j because I have 5 rows, so I have applied the loop from I equal to 1 to 5. How many columns we have a single line? So in line number 1, I have 1 column. In line number 2, I have 2 columns. In line number 3, I have 3 columns. So I have applied this one in the last video too. So let me apply the loop from j equals to 1, j less than equals I, and j plus plus. And this time, what is the requirement? I have to print character. So what I will do, I will take a character variable, and every time a new row is starting, please pay attention, every time the new row is started, it will start from A. So where the row has been started? Here. We have 5 rows. So where the row has been started? Here. So what I have to do? I have to start the row from here. Are you following this one? So what we have to do? We have to put the value of A to the this one. So what? The value of CH becomes A. Why becomes A? Because value of starting character is A. So where the row has been started here. That's why I have put the value of CH equal to A. What I will do, I will print percentile C and CH. Let me move the camera slightly. Yeah. So what is the meaning of this one is I am going to print CH, and what is the value of CH? The value of CH is A. So every time I will start with a row, I have to put the value of CH equal to A. But the moment I will print A, it will print B, C and D. It means in a single row, that is the row. In a single row, what is happening? Every time a character is going to be print, next time it will be incremented by 1. So what is going to happen? I have to increment the value of CH by 1, and I have to put /n in order to move cursor to the next line. So let me explain the program. Initially, value of I equal to 1. So I will enter inside the inner loop, and the value of CH becomes A. That is CH. So I have entered inside the loop. The value of j equal to 1, and it will move from I. So what is the current value of I? Current value of I is 1. So it will iterate only one time. Okay. So it will print CH. So it will print A. That is A. What will happen? Then the value of CH becomes B. So it becomes B. Okay. Then I have instruct compiler to move to the next line. So it will move to the next line. Then value of I becomes 2. So value of I becomes 2. So it was 1 in initial. Now it becomes 2. The moment value of I becomes 2, what will happen? I am going to update the value of CH. Why I am going to update? Because every time we are starting with a new row, it will start from A. So the value of CH becomes B, but I will override to A again. Okay. Then value of I is 2. So it will iterate for 1 and 2. It means it will print 2 times. What it will print? It will print the value of CH. What is the value of CH? The current value of CH is A, but the moment compiler will print A, the value of CH will be incremented by 1. It means it will print A and B. So compiler value print A and B, and it will become C. Okay. Then I will come out to the loop. Compiler cursor will move here, and value of CH again becomes A. The moment value of I becomes 3, the value of CH again becomes A. It means every time you are going to start with A, I am going to update the value to CH to A, and inside the loop, I am going to increment so that row wise it can be changed. Like this. Okay. So in this manner, we can print characters too. Okay. So let me show you one more program. So what this is the pattern we have to print. So first of all, you have to see how many rows we have. I have 5 rows. Or how many column we have? I have 5 columns. So here you have to print space. Okay. So how many rows we have? I have 5 rows. So let me apply the logic. So I have 5 rows. Let me print the 5 rows. That is 5. Okay. So I have applied this because I have to print 5 rows. Okay. So in every row, how many columns I have to print? I have to print 5 columns. So let me apply the loop for columns. But as we have seen in the last program, let me apply the main ID. Yeah. As we've seen in the last program, let me write row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many space I have to print? How many star I have to print? So how many space I have to print? I have to print 0 space and 5, not star, content, let me content. And 5 content quantity. Okay. Then in row number 2, I have to print 1 space, that is 1 space, and 4 quantity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then I have to print 2 space and 3 quantity, then 3 space, 2 quantity, and then 4 space, 1 quantity. So you can see that as the value of I is increasing, how many space we have to print is increasing. So how we can do that? It is indicating like 0, I minus 1. In a row number 1, 1 minus 1 becomes 0. It means 0 space. In row number 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. It means 1 space. In row number 3, 3 minus 1, 2. It means 2 space. It means loop will iterate 5 times. That is 0 plus 5, 5. 4 plus 1, 5. So every time we have to iterate loop 5 times. Among 5 times, I many 1 times I have to print space, and remaining I have to print star or content something, not star, content. Are you following this one? Please pay attention. Loop will iterate 5 times, but among 5 times, I minus 1 times I have to print space, and remaining time I have to print content. Okay. So let me print if value of j. So how we can build the logic? Let me show it to you. So in line number 1, I have no space. So what is the meaning of this one is, if I will write like, let me type this one. If value of I, j greater than equals to I, that is j. So we have to print something else. We have to print something that is, let me put print slash n also. So let me show to you very closely. Look very closely. I have written that value of j greater than equal to I. So what is the places here? Let me show to you. What is the places? Let me change the logic. Let me build a simple logic to you. Let me show to you like 1, 2. Yeah. Let me like show to like here. So let me make a grid again. So in this program, the better option is to build a grid. I have told you many times. So initially you have to build the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is value of rows and value of column. And where you have to print something. So here. So what is the equation of this one? The value of equation is I equals to j. Have you seen this one? I equals to j. So that is the equation of this line. Because here value of I is 1 and 1. Value of j is 2 or 2. Value of j is 2 and 3. 2 and 4. 2 and 5. Sorry. 3 and 3. 4 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. Okay. So if we look closely, what is the equation of this line? The equation of this line is I equal to j. And what is the area of this one? This one. Okay. So, and what is the area of this one? So where I have drawn second line, what is the meaning of this one? Is you want to print content. Are you following this one? You want to print content. So what is the equation? The value of j should be greater than or equal to I. It means these are the places where value of j is greater than I. Are you following this one? These are the places where value of j is greater than equal to I. So here you want to print something. What is you are going to print? We will decide later. But at this place you want to print something. So value of j should be greater than equal to I. So let me put the condition. Let me remove this one. Let me remove this one. So you want to print something where value of j greater than equals to I. Okay, and you don't want to print something or you want to print space here. Okay, so let me print space here. Print f space, that is not space, and here you want to print something, but we have to print 6. And here what is the value of j? The value of j is 1. Here what is the value of j? Value of j is 2. So as the value of j is increasing, the printing content is decreasing. Are you following this one? Where the value of j is increasing, the printing content is decreasing. So what we have to do? I have to build a logic for printing. How we can build that? If I will write 7 minus j, so what is the meaning of this one is the value of j is 1, so 7 minus 1 becomes 6. The value of j is 2, 7 minus 2 becomes 5. And here value of j is 5, 7 minus 5 becomes 2. You can check here also. The value of j becomes 2, so 7 minus 2 becomes 5. So what I have to print? I have to print 7 minus j. Okay. So in this program, what you have to focus on two things. The first thing is what has to be printed, and the second one is where has to be printed. So in a if condition, I will indicate where has to be printed, because if I will change this condition, the position will change, and in a printf I have indicate what has to be printed. Okay. So initially what will happen, the value of j will vary from 1 to 5, and value of I is what? 1. It means the value of I is 1 and value of j will vary from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the moment value of j is 1, 1 greater than 1, condition becomes true, so it will go in a printf statement. Then value of j will become 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time value of j will vary from 1 to 5, it will enter only in a if condition. So you will never get enter in a else part when the value of value of I is 1. What is the meaning of this one is you will not get any space for value of I equals to 1. You can check that there is no space. Okay, then value of I becomes 2, so it becomes I becomes 2, and value of j will vary from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, when the value of I becomes 2 and value of j becomes 1, so condition becomes false, because value of j is 1, value of I is 2, so condition becomes false. What is going to happen? You will get in a else part, so you will get a single space in row number 2. Okay, so you can check for the remaining values. Okay. So in the next video, we will see some more complex patterns. Okay, thank you.